everybody, I am Jordan Shaw, and today I'm going to persuade you why cheerleading should be a sport. Cheerleading requires you to be flexible, have stamina and endurance, and be coordinated, which is required of every other sport, so why is cheerleading not considered a sport? According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a sport is defined as physical activity engaged in for pleasure. But truthfully, there isn't a solid definition of what it means to be an official sport. According to Chris Flores at Sleepy Eye Herald Dispatch, cheerleading requires both skill and athleticism. He also says that cheer is actually a dangerous sport because they're not allowed to wear pads or helmets of any sort. And growing up, I had plenty of friends who cheered competitively, and there's no way I could ever do what they did, nor did I want to. It was always very intense and demanding, both physically and emotionally. Now that I have told you about what a sport is, I will tell you about the history of cheerleading. According to college sports scholarships, cheerleading took its big leap into the world back in 1974. Jeff Webb started a company called Varsity Sport, which quickly turned into a multi-billion-dollar business. Varsity Sport made outfits, accessories, and even held competitions. This business is what mainstreamed cheerleading. Today there are more than 750,000 high school cheerleaders, 500,000 club cheerleaders, and 20,000 collegiate cheerleaders. Now that I've told you about the history of cheerleading, I'll tell you about why cheerleading should be a sport. Why should cheerleading be a sport? There are so many reasons why, but the biggest and most recent is that cheerleading was just granted provisional recognition by the International Olympic Committee. This means that in 3 years, cheerleading can apply for Olympic admission. If being a part of the Olympics doesn't make you the sport, then I don't know what will. According to the Daily Telegraph, cheerleading, and the kind being considered for the Olympics, is a showcase of skill, strength, and athleticism. And cheerleading, again, the kind being considered for Olympic admission, combines stunts, tumbling, jumps, tosses, and dance moves. Now, if any old regular Joe can combine all these things, then my argument is over. But I'd like to see you, or even a friend, try. In conclusion, according to debate.org, 83% of people believe that cheerleading should be considered a sport. That's a lot of people rooting for this sport. They grew through the same training and performance schedules as other athletes, so cheerleaders should be considered athletes. To reiterate, only 17% of people believe cheerleading shouldn't be considered a sport. So why don't they have the title of athletes yet?